He is not only idle who does nothing, but he is idle who might be better employed. Are you not ashamed of heaping up the greatest amount of money and honor and reputation, and caring so little about wisdom and truth and the greatest improvement of the soul? It is better to change an opinion than to persist in a wrong one. Give me beauty in the inward soul, may the outward and the inward man be at one. There is no greater evil one can suffer than to hate reasonable discourse. To express oneself badly is not only faulty as far as the language goes, but does some harm to the soul. Living well and beautifully and justly are all one thing. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. The mind is everything, what you think you become. I know you won't believe me, but the highest form of human excellence is to question oneself and others. Not life, but good life, is to be chiefly valued. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. To move the world we must move ourselves. My advice to you is get married. If you find a good wife you'll be happy, if not, you'll become a philosopher. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth, and every other good thing which men have, comes from virtue. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. Be of good cheer about death, and know this of a truth, that no evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. What screws us up the most in life is the picture in our head of what it's supposed to be. The greatest blessing granted to mankind come by way of madness, which is a divine gift. Children nowadays are tyrants. They contradict their parents, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers. My friend, care for your psyche, know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. In all of us, even in good men, there is a lawless wild beast nature, which peers out in sleep. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. If all our misfortunes were laid in one common heap whence everyone must take an equal portion, most people would be content to take their own and depart. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. And to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. I pray thee, O God, that I may be beautiful within. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. The hottest love has the coldest end. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Understanding a question is half an answer. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live. Which of these two is better only God knows. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world, as quoted in Plutarch's Of Banishment. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. The only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. Children now love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority, they show disrespect for elders and love chatter in place of exercise. He who is not contented with what he has, would not be contented with what he would like to have. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. To find yourself, think for yourself. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. The unexamined life is not worth living. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing.